Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and welcome to Mail Monday, a weekly series that's not so much about the gameplay, but instead is about your questions and my answers to them. On the gameplay, this is the first time ever that I've used anything except Call of Duty, and I'd love to get your feedback. Is this variety a good thing or a bad thing? Share it with me. Let's get started. Mail Monday, Slut. Hey Woody, love the vids. Anyway, my mate, who I've known for 4 years and play Call of Duty with sometimes, and who I fancy and think the world of, not long ago texted me saying that she's been fingered and given BJs a number of times to her boyfriend, pretty much all the time, and she's only 15, just like me. It makes me feel like shit, plus all her friends know, like that's a good thing. Basically, my question is, does that make her a slut? Also, my other question is, should I judge her on the news I found out? Or on all the years I've known her, because my heart said that she's still the sweet and kind gamer girl who kicks my ass, and my brain says she's a slut. I don't care if it's on Mail Monday, please help. Alright, so let's recap what we have here. We have a guy who's kind of sort of friend-zoned. We've got a girl who's 15 years old in a committed relationship with a boyfriend. In the context of that committed relationship, she's hitting what I'll describe as both versions of third base. Is that slutty at 15? I would call it a little bit on the quick side, but not necessarily slutty. And I also wonder how long she's been dating her boyfriend, which, you know, to me would have an impact on this as well. And also she's European. And at the risk of calling all Europeans slutty, I have this notion that they have a little more open attitudes towards, like, you know, sexual relations in the context of teenagers. So I'm going to say no. But what I really want to do is rely on you guys and get some feedback on social norms, especially if you're European. You know, is a 15-year-old hitting, you know, third base slutty or not? You know, what would you call that? I'm tempted to say no. And I'm tempted to say, like, you know, next time she frees up and she's single, you need to make your move, find out if you have a chance with this girl, and I suspect you won't consider her so slutty when, you know, you're the guy kissing her. Let's leave it there. So there it is. Is she slutty? I'm going to go with no, but I'd love to get your feedback, especially if you're European, because I think the social norms over there are just a little bit faster, you know, maybe by a year or so, than they are in the US. So there's your answer. And oh, and the other thing is, like, this whole slut thing, the word, like, I really don't want to pin it to people who are dating and stuff. Like, you know, like, you know what? Who should be called sluts? Cheaters, right? Let's leave it to there. You know, I don't want to call girls like this slutty. I would much rather that term, you know, be assigned to people who are, you know, doing their man wrong. Usually guys aren't called sluts, you know, but, you know, girls who are whatever, you know, have a physical aspect of a romantic relationship, it's just not the right term. I don't think it fits. So I wanted to throw that out there too.
Shoot me in the face! In the face! Do it! Shoot me! Thank you!
Alright, that little piece of game audio is too precious not to share. And so is this letter. So check this out. Cock-blocking parents follow-up. So if you missed last Mail Monday, there was this guy who was, like, making out with girls in the back seat while his parents drove him around. I called him a cheeky lad, and as much as he is a troublemaker, I couldn't help but love him. So alright, here we go. Thanks a lot for the advice, and has really made me think about my life. You said that I should act more like an adult when I'm around my parents, and I think that's a great idea. But I decided I'm going to grow up, stop going to parties, and getting laid with different people. I'm going to have a proper relationship with the hottest girl in my area. Does anyone else love this guy? He says, last weekend I got in trouble with the police because my friend stole his girlfriend's dog for the night. So I've decided to get my life back together. I used to be a straight A-star student. I guess that's a European thing. And I'm planning on getting back to that and will hopefully be able to have fun and still get good grades at the same time. Thanks a lot. Love your videos. Cheeky lad. I'm always surprised when I get feedback that says I actually had an impact on person, because, like, in my own head it's like, do you realize what a jackass I am? But it's encouraging to hear. Anyway, if you follow through with this plan, it will be a cool thing for you. The whole notion of, you know, dating the hottest girl in your area, getting A's and A pluses, and having parental approval again is a pretty nice lifestyle to live. I promise you. you'll like it. You know, it's going to be a good thing. Having parental approval, you know, greases the skids for all sorts of things that you want to do. If you do want to attend the occasional party and your parents think, oh yeah, you know, my son's no longer the cheeky lad, you know, he's a good kid now, one that we're proud of, then you get the kind of freedom that you're looking for. Anyway, I love follow-up letters. I know a lot of you guys do too, so I thought I'd share it with you. Mail Monday, homophobic parents and pansexual girlfriend. Hey Woody, I'm 18 and I'm in a long-distance online relationship with this girl. I live in Florida and she's in Washington. If you guys don't know, I'm assuming he means Washington State because he doesn't say DC. They're very far. I've been dating for several months now, but I haven't been able to confront my parents about it for a good reason. My girlfriend is pansexual. Both of my parents are homophobic. It's more my father, but he is controlling of my mother, not in an abusive way, so she follows the same ideals. They aren't very big believers in the internet. When I first started playing online games or using the internet in general, they drilled into my head that everyone I meet is a pedophile, so not to associate with other people online unless I know them in person. They actually believe the internet is one big collection of pedophiles as well. You can see the problem I'm having. I don't want to keep hiding her from my parents, but I'm afraid if I tell them about her, they'll try to split us up or never allow me to go see her. Is there any way I can tell them about her? I don't want to continue going behind their backs, or especially when I do see her, lie to them about where I'm going. Any response would be appreciated. I normally don't ask for advice, but I just don't know what to do here. Thanks, Wood. Alright, I suspect a lot of you are in the same boat I was, which is, what exactly is a pansexual? You know, you've heard of bisexuals, homosexuals, heterosexuals, transsexuals, but pansexual was brand new to me. And here's the deal. A pansexual is similar to a bisexual in that, you know, they don't really care who they're having, like they have sex with both sexes, but it's even broader than that. A pansexual believes that sort of sex and gender are completely unrelated, and they're also sort of down with people who are not like who don't gender identify at all. You know, you've probably seen the Oprah or Ellen or whatever show where there's a person who doesn't, you know, they're female but they feel like they were born in the wrong body because they actually have the spirit of a male, or vice versa. Maybe they you know, they're male and they feel like they should have been born a woman. So, or I guess a girl. No one's born a woman. You sort of grow into that. So anyway, she's a pansexual, which means that she's, you know, just to completely disassociate sex and gender. And his parents don't approve of this. So what do we do? First of all, I did consider the possibility that I'm getting trolled on this letter. I don't know for sure. Even if it is a troll, perhaps there's somebody in this in a situation that can benefit from the advice. So here's the thing. My first question is, you know, he didn't really identify how he felt sexually. You know, I would bet that a pansexual isn't a monogamous person, right? I'm just kind of, if she sort of buys into the free-for-all aspect of sexuality, which, you know, I think is fine, provided that, you know, everybody in this situation, you know, sort of lines up with it, right? It's not for me, right? For me, I'm a loyalty-based type guy. That's how I'm wired. I'm guessing that pansexuals are not wired for the same kind of loyalty. They'd be much more into, you know, group sex. They'd be much more into, you know, I guess an open relationship, stuff like that. So you have to make sure that that's the way that you line up too, especially for a long distance thing, because to make these long distance relationships work often involves really taking a leap. And, you know, you need to sort of know what you're getting into before this thing gets started. That's the deal. So yeah. Assuming this is the life you want to lead, assuming that you're wired the same way, and that you want a, you know, pretty adventurous sex life, and you're okay with the emotional chaos that comes along with it, because I think, you know, even people who engage in these open relationships would agree that there's a sort of emotional chaos that comes along with it. You know, there are boundaries, and then these boundaries are ever changing. You know, one day it's, you know, these acts are okay, and then it stretches, and there's emotional chaos related to that in comparison to a you know, a more traditional relationship. So, back on topic. Should you tell your parents? When you're ready to make it serious, I would. I wouldn't have a serious relationship with her. I don't know that you ever have to share the details of your sex life with your parents, but, you know, you can definitely tell her that you met a girl online and that you fancy her, and that, you know, you want to take it to the next level. They'll have to sort of cope with that. And then, you know, of course, the details of your sex life or what you do or who you do it with can always be, you know, something between you and her. So that's my advice to you. That's Mail Monday. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll cut this before the spoilers start. If you liked the video, be sure to click on like. If you liked it and you're new around here, you can subscribe by clicking on that blue box in the top right. 2 vids you may have missed. On the left is last week's Mail Monday, and it has the original Cheeky Lad letter, which cracked me up. And on the right is a thank you video, one I made this morning that was really well received, and it, I don't know, warmed my heart to get a good response like that kind of reception. So check those out. They open in separate windows, and have a nice day.